Hello everyone. Today, we're going to learn about a dark chapter of history. The Salem witch trials. It was a time of panic, hysteria, of neighbor against neighbor.
Of mystery, magic, and evil forces!
That's absurd. You don't actually believe there were real witches with warts on their noses?
Of course there were! Let's go to Salem to prove it.
Indeed. Modern Salem has embraced its dark past.
I'm not talking about today's Salem. We need to go back to 1692.
What are you... Well, I don't know how you did it, but this really does look like colonial Salem.
Because we are in colonial Salem.
Look around. What's that building over there?
A church. Look, is this going anywhere? Because...
Exactly. Much of the outrage over supposed witches...
Real witches.
Much of the outrage stemmed from the radical beliefs of the Puritans. Music festivals and Christmas celebrations were considered pagan practices. Minor offenses, such as wearing black clothes, became evidence for witchcraft.
Look, they're taking someone to the courthouse.
Okay, let's follow them.
Martha Corey, you stand accused of witchcraft.
I remember this one. Martha Corey will be found guilty of witchcraft. Actually, everybody was found guilty.
Wait, you were here?
Of course, wherever witches go, I go.
But there were no witches! Martha Corey is innocent!
Watch your balance. You're spilling that disgusting stew over my shoes. She put some curse on me, and I've been sick ever since. I saw her ghost next to my bed last night.
Much of the testimony was just seeing somebody's apparition. People could easily claim to be tormented.
You know, she never did strike me as a witch.
Martha was a very dedicated church attendee. People panicked because if Martha could be a witch, anybody could be. One of the accused was even a 4-year-old girl.
Where are all these witches coming from? Back in my day, covens were definitely stricter.
The accused faced a cruel choice: confess and accuse other innocent people, or be hanged. Those who confessed still went to prison. As you can see, conditions were deplorable. Several girls died from hunger and exposure, and they were even charged room and board while they were in prison.
Who is that?
That is Tituba, the first of the accused. She was a slave in Reverend Parrish's household, when one day, his daughter and niece started having fits and convulsions.
That doesn't sound like any spell I know, and I am a true master in the domain. My personal favorite is Bubblegum Explosion.
It's not clear what really happened. It may have just been two girls seeking attention, in the context of an extremely strict upbringing.
Now, that is evil even by my standards. According to you, 20 people died because a few girls decided to pretend having fits.
Don't underestimate the effects of paranoia. People would start mimicking the symptoms of others precisely because they believed in the presence of the devil.
I could just have accused you of witchcraft because your bubbles look suspicious.
And that's exactly what started happening. The sheriff used the trials to confiscate property, and Minister George Burroughs was convicted as revenge for an unpaid debt.
How did it end?
The accusations ended abruptly in September 1692. Accused villagers started refusing to plead guilty, and Giles Corey was even crushed under a pile of stones in the court's attempt to make him plead. The trials had to continue in order to liberate those in prison, and then in 1711, the families of the accused received monetary compensation. In the end, the trials deeply transformed the justice system, and courts almost immediately stopped dealing with cases of witchcraft. So, what have we learned?
These people don't know a thing about real witchcraft.
Focus!
Focus!
Please don't do that.
Well, it still seems like a long-forgotten story.
Oh, I wish. But we continue to see other forms of witch hunts even recently.
Hello.
Such as the anti-communist Red Scare of the 1950s.
So, is this what your story is really about? The danger of accusations made out of fear?
Exactly. We're finally starting to think on the same page.
Okay, but next week is my turn. An exciting episode about the true secrets of witchcraft and magical creatures. So exciting!
Oh boy.